Like my favorite quote of all time is, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't shoot." So for all you athletes out there, you may know what that means, but to the everyday, common person, it basically means that if you don't take advantage of the opportunities that are provided to you, if you don't put yourself out there, you'll never get to your goals.
Healthy Fit Family. Okay, today, listen, you've been asking me, help us connect, you gotta hook me up, I wanna be healthy, I need to meet somebody that's gonna fit me right. And I was like, Fitfinatix. I'm telling you, they do everything from competition training to personal training. If you got an athlete at home, girl, I see you, he plays football, basketball, track, you need to see Fitfinatix boot camps. I was like, wait, what don't you do? They're everywhere, they're in the DMV, they're mobile. I was like, okay, I gotta connect you because I'm the Health Connect, and we are here right now with the owner. I'm so excited because he didn't really have the time, but he took the time. I'm so ready to speak to him, to give us some really good knowledge. We are here with Fitfinatix, the founder, and this is, can I say Jeff, is that cool?
You can say that, that's cool.
We're with Jeff, y'all. Jeff, we're so excited to be here with you.
I'm glad I could be here.
And I got a shirt, so don't hate, y'all gonna see me with my shirt on. But we'll talk about that a little later. Jeff, okay, before we jump into it, because you all about fitness, hence Fitfinatix. No, I just want to know, because I didn't ask before, where did Fitfinatix come from?
So basically, when I was trying to think of a name for my company, I wanted to figure out something that was all-inclusive and that it symbolized what my mentality when it came to fitness. Yeah. So fitness, of course, you get the fit part because, of course, that's the fitness part. And then, fanatic, because during that time I was a lot of crazy things.
He's still a Fitfinatix, talking about during that time.
Right, I'm never going to change, but it was a little bit more during that time.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
now you know. No, now you know. Fitfinatix. I love it. Okay, so we're just gonna dive in though. Gotta respect his time. He's a busy man. So we want to know because you all things health, you all things wellness and fitness, as we can see. But where did this passion for fitness come from, sir?
I guess I could say it started when I was a child. I always played sports. I loved sports. I'm a competitor. Probably one of the most competitive people that you'll ever meet. And I developed it from there. And then as I got older, it became not just about, sports and just being a competitor. It also came about being healthy. So I had a lot of family members that have passed away from just different illnesses and different diseases that, probably could have been prevented had I had been a little older and a little bit more knowledgeable when it came to those things. So kind of putting those things together, as well as I feel like my ultimate goal and mission and reason why I was put on this earth was to help people. So it all three of those things kind of just tied in together and went from there.
Oh, that's amazing. So you were an athlete, always.
Always an athlete.
Love the fitness, and then you realize health. Because we all, can relate to that story of having some family members, some people close to us.
That's correct.
And you bring it all, that's what I'm talking about. It's all full circle now because you want to help others.
That's correct. That's correct.
So is that what led to you want to be a personal trainer, or?
It's a funny story. We got time?
Yeah, we got.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Once I made it to college, I wasn't able to do some of the things that I wanted to do in college. And after I left college, I came back home and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't know. I was 22, didn't have a job. I was just trying to figure it out. I worked various odd jobs, T-Mobile, for the DC public schools.
Wow.
And then I even tried to dabble in real estate as well. And I was able to take something away from each one of those jobs, but I'll say the best thing that I was able to take away from one of the jobs, which was the T-Mobile job, was that I wanted to help people. So with that, I kind of had a starting point. That's where I found my starting point. In the meantime, my cousin was coming, he had a trainer. He was trying to get himself into shape and work his way in. He said, hey, why don't you just come with me? So I said, okay. So we were going through this training for a while, maybe about a year. And then during that, people started seeing my transformation.
Oh.
So I went from, when I first started, I was 163 pounds at 6'1". So you can see how, how small you can tell how small I was.
True,
And
lean.
in that year and a half to 2 year process, I got up to 205.
Wow.
Right. So currently I'm not 205 right now. I've been slacking.
So sad.
I've been slacking a little bit, but I was up to 205. And while people were seeing my transformation, they started asking me for help.
Oh, okay.
So I was helping people, and I would stay out there maybe another hour, 2 hours, sometimes even 3 hours just training people, or they would jump in a workout with me that I would do like a second workout. And I'm showing and demonstrating, and then I was being asked by multiple people, the guy that was training me, my cousin, just other people that were working with me, hey, do you want to be a personal trainer? And during the time I was writing it off, I was just like, no, I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to do this real estate.
Okay.
Because I typically once I get my mind set on one thing, I really try to get that done before I move to the next thing.
Okay.
So then I always say it. I say it was God, because it literally a light bulb went off in my head. Just one random day, I was at home on the couch just thinking of things, and it was just like, wait, your starting point at T-Mobile was that you wanted to help people, and you've been training. You've been doing fitness all of your life, but you've been training and helping people already. So then it correlated with me, and it all made sense. It was like, okay, this is where you want to be. And from there, I became an apprentice trainer. I trained underneath of that guy, and for about a year and a half, and then until I was able to, build up enough clientele to eventually start my own company, and then it's just been growing from here and there.
Wow, yes. I like that you said you took something from all of your positions that you had.
You have to. I mean,
and then you had that come to Jesus moment.
You go through life. If you're not learning, then you aren't getting better.
Oh, wow. And build up your clientele. So you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
So that's what I love it. So many people have a story like that, but you took it a little step further. I really, really like that. And successful, might I add. And keep going. Oh, and that's all because y'all don't understand. He do everything. Like, I said, well, what is your specialty? He's like, well, I do boot camps, train competitors, athletes. I'm like, well, what do you, everything? Okay, well, being that you do everything, what you don't know, or you might already know, but what you need to keep following is, he even puts out health and fitness information. He's got interviews. He got like a podcast and a TV show. And I was like, you need to tell us about that.
Okay.
Because we want to follow, we want to know, why should we be listening and what you're putting out for us.
Okay, so basically the podcast came about because I realized that, yes, I'm a trainer.
Yes.
And yes, I can affect the people that are coming to me that are training with me. But my goal isn't just to educate the local, people that I come in contact with. I want to be able to touch as many people as I can. And the internet is the way to do that. So I came up with the idea to have a podcast. It's on YouTube. You can go follow it. It's Fit Talk the Podcast. It's on all social media. It's on all podcast platforms, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Android Podcasts, Spotify. All of that is on there. But basically, it's just to educate. It's a lot of entertainment on there as well. It's just definitely a funny podcast. Don't take anything to heart. It's all lighthearted fun, but it's also all facts as well. But the podcast came about just to educate people and to help people that aren't as knowledgeable, that want the knowledge, to become more knowledgeable when it comes to fitness and their goals and how they can achieve their goals.
Wow. See, I told y'all, connect. I'm gonna expect all of y'all to get on the podcast because I gotta go check it out again because we got episode after episode that we need to watch. So I'm excited about that. But so I did want to ask him as well. So your advice for us that we might not be as fit, but we want to get started, and you're the fit fanatic. I'm gonna need you to bring it down for the beginners. Because if y'all see some of his videos, we training these people. What advice would you give people who just want to get started, but
My advice would be just get started. Like don't get frustrated about where you are currently, or don't worry about anyone else's walk or journey. Worry about your own walk and your own journey, because the person that you're seeing, they started somewhere. Just like I started at 163 pounds and went into the 200s. And even though your goal may not be to go up, your goal may be to come down, or your goal may be to slightly tone. Whatever your goal is, just get started. A lot of people don't move because of fear, because of just a lot of different things, but they don't move, and that's the problem. If you don't take action, you'll never get to where you want to be.
Oh, I love it. If you don't take action, you'll never get there. You say don't compare myself, though, because we come in these facilities like this. When people be looking all swole, it is a little intimidating, but I love that, especially if you have a personal trainer like Fitfinatix himself. But going into that, we want to know, like, what do you offer? What kind of services? What can we do?
Okay, well, I like to think of my approach to fitness and to my business as holistic, I'll say. So currently right now I do small group training, independent training, boot camps. I have the podcast. I have online training. I train competitors that train for bodybuilding competitions. I have all natural cold pressed juices. I sell merchandise. So if you don't want to just look good, you don't want your body to just look good. You want to look good, with your clothes. So I sell merchandise. So you walk in there, you can be styling, come to the gym.
Can we get this shirt though?
You surely can. Oh, okay. You surely can. This comes in 3 different colors. I have a blue, I have an orange, I have a black.
When you gonna get pink though?
I'm working on it, but I do have a pink crop top hoodie.
Yeah.
So I got men's wear, I got women's wear. I do it all. Whatever you need, I got you.
Well, y'all gotta look them up because you offer all kinds of services, and like you said, you're online.
Yes.
Because my Florida, South Carolina, Fit Fam, if the people ain't out there, no offense, Eastover, if they're not out there, they're right here. You hook up, especially with meal plans, because a lot of people be sending me messages, can I get a meal plan, nutrition, all that?
Yes, I do that as well.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, well, how can we follow you?
You can follow me on all social media platforms. It's just at Fitfinatix. If you need to know how to spell that, it's FITFINATIX. Also, you can find me at www.fitfinatix.com.
Oh, I love it. Okay, I expect to see y'all. Thank you so much for giving me some time.
No problem.
And you definitely want to stay connected to him, because if we put one more video out, it just makes you feel motivated. Like you need to get up and get in the gym, because he be doing it. But give us some final words before we out of here.
I would say, like, my favorite quote of all time is, you miss 100% of the shots you don't shoot. So for all you athletes out there, you may know what that means. But to the everyday, common person, it basically means if you don't take advantage of the opportunities that are provided to you, if you don't put yourself out there, you'll never get to your goals. So if I never shoot a basket into a basketball into a basket, I never have the chance of it actually landing or going in.
Love it.
I never knew that I would be a personal trainer.
And here you are.
But because I was able to, because of my experiences in life, and because of my athletic background, I'm able to transfer that to what I do now.
Yes. Okay, I had to say all that because if you need somebody to come speak, especially collegiately or to the group that you have of the youth, Fitfinatix will be there. Book him. All right, all that's me, Healthy Fit Family. I will see you next Sunday. Please like and share. And I expect to see you following Fitfinatix. Get your hoodie. It's pink. I love this. Yay. You are amazing, dude. You got a lot going on.